In the world of digital broadcasting, transmitters and exciters sometimes do this. If this happens when you're watching WHPR TV 33, please do this. Watch us on Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, or TV33WHPR.com. Download the WHPR TV app, and we can also be heard on Amazon Echo. So remember, if you see this, you can do this and support the station that supports you.
WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
FM 88.1 WHPR, Highland Park.
WVIE 107.3 FM Charlotte, Amalia, Virgin Islands.
The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Thank you so much for joining me for Can We Talk About It, where we're going to talk about that elephant in the room. Before I begin today, I got to do my shout out. So I want to give a shout out to my husband, who is just the love of my life. I love him. He's my partner in this life, even though I know when we get to heaven, we're not going to have partners or anything, but I'm glad to have known him and been a part of his life and been his partner. So I want to give him a shout out, give my son, Robert Boyd, a shout out, and I want to give my sister, Sharon Brookins, and my brother, James Brookins, I want to give them a shout out. I want to let my children know that I love them so much. They are my heart and soul, and I just thank you, my viewers, for just tuning in. So before we begin, I guess I have to get some of these sponsors out the way. So if unique is what you seek, Auto Repair, they do all types of warranty work. They accept VFIA vouchers, and they have towing available. So is Unique Auto Repair. They actually do U.S. and imported vehicles. Like I said, they have towing. They're at 15327 Joy Road. That's actually one block east. When you're coming from the Southfield Expressway, you come across Greenfield. Right on the right-hand side, you'll see them. It's called Unique Auto. I take my vehicles there all the time. Tell them Donna sent you. So we have another one. It's All Around Plumbing and Sewer Service. These guys are really good. They're very good. So his name is Sean O'Neill. They do free work estimates, and the work is guaranteed. Sean's number is 313-641-1250, and if you tell them that Donna sent you, they will give you 5% off on your work. So once again, that's All Around Plumbing and Sewer Service. Ask to speak to either Dave or Sean O'Neill. It's free estimates. Like I said, the work is guaranteed. Telephone number, area code 313-641-1250. So on with the show. Now, yesterday, I was so blessed yesterday, y'all. I'm just going to say it like that. I was so blessed yesterday to be able to go to church, hear a good word, and then, I do T-shirts now. So I have different T-shirts that I'm doing. I'm actually coming out with a line named after my book of poetry called It's How I Feel. So it's going to have the It's How I Feel on the front, and my poetry would be on the back. Those shirts are $25. Normally, all special T-shirts are $25, depending on if extra large, they make XXs are bigger because it's hard to find XXs. I have girl buy shirts, you grow girl shirts. When I come back next Monday, I will bring a clip so you can see some of my things. I'm trying to get my website up so you guys can come and buy my books, buy previous shows that you haven't seen, my shirts. I also do paralegal work. I also do notary. You can just look me up at Donna Stinson 63 at gmail.com. So, oh, and if you want a shirt, you can actually go to my PayPal at Donna Stinson, pay me at PayPal, or you can go to my Cash App. Can we talk about it at my Cash App? So, I want to talk today, and I'm always looking and doing research and listening to other people with higher knowledge than me, and I want to be able to bring it to you. So I was reading this thing, and it says that the justices in Washington D.C. This was back in 2005. They ruled that the police do not have a constitutional duty to protect you. They don't have to protect you. And they had, like, for example, if a woman had a protective what they call a protective order on a man and they're very violent, they don't have to enforce that. They don't have to enforce it. So why are we paying the police again to pillage us, to rape us? This was in 2005. They passed this law that the police don't have to, if they see any criminal acts happening against you, they don't have to help you. And that's the law. And that's what your government don't tell you. And that's what people, in city, county, and all that, they're not going to tell you anything about the laws, because the law of the land is ignorance is no excuse to the law. So you guys better start reading up on some of this law. It's not hard to do. Just talking to your Google and say, was there ever a law like this? Or is a law? Or, things like that. Just like I tell you on the Google, when you go into these places and these people are talking crazy to you, and just all the ratchet words, just ask Google, how do you say them in their language? And you'll find that they're talking about you right in front of your face. But getting back to the police. Now, they had some security guards. I'm getting fed up with this Asian hate thing. I really am, because black folks don't go around beating up on Asian folks. They passed this law to get everybody on white society's side, because white society's numbers are dwindling. So now they're letting anybody that doesn't have pigmentation be white. So this Asian woman lives this was in New York. It might have been Philadelphia. She lives in a building and it has a doorman. It has security, rather. Not a doorman, it has security. So when the old lady almost got to her apartment, this man ran up on her and jumped on her and snatched her purse and ran. It was two security guards. They didn't help her. Do you know that they got fired because they didn't help this Asian woman? I'm going to say it like this. We are their money base. We are the ones who came up with all this immigration to bring immigrants here, and then you get here and treat the people that help you get here like crap. So let's do this. So nobody can say that black people are messing with agents. Don't even go into their stores. Don't go to their stores. Don't go. I ain't talking to you, Monquisha. I'm talking to the intelligent women. Don't go to their beauty and barber supplies. A lot of us already know how to get our feet and nails done. We know how to do our own. Yeah, it's good to have somebody pamper you. Let your girlfriend do it. Because you sitting up in these chairs acting like you the ish, and you're not. And you're talking about, I work and I girl do my feet. They talking about you. And you know what else is stupid about what you do about going into these places? These folks be in this place 24/7. You walk into this place, all kinds of formaldehydes, all kinds of acetone, because they use formaldehyde in there too. All types of acetone. You guys are smelling this, is going straight to your brain. They got on masks. But I bet you they won't tell you this is dangerous. Don't just wear your mask. They're not going to tell you that. They don't want, all they want is our money. I'm going to tell you something. Black people are richer as a collective than we can ever imagine. But you know why we so broke? Because we so divided against each other, for one. And two, just because Hamid is being nice to you and being bad to somebody else, don't mean your turn ain't coming. Oh, that's my boy. He been over here for years. You don't know what that man say about you unless you learn his language. And speaking of language, I have to go here to the lady in Southwest Detroit. I didn't feel like cooking yesterday, so I went to a place called Lupita's because I go to church in Southwest Detroit, to Geno Jennings Church. So I go and I'm like, honey, I don't want to cook. I want to fix me something to eat. I mean, I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to cook. I want to go buy something to eat. So we stopped at Lapita's. Now, I used to go there all the time. It was really nice, but then they started getting nasty. I waited a little bit thinking I can go back and everything will be okay. So I go in. I ask for a menu. The lady gives me the menu. So I asked, they have beef, bean, and rice and cheese burrito. I don't eat meat. So I said, how much is it without the meat? The lady gonna tell me it's the same price. So I'm like, let me see what else you got. So I'm like, and I'm looking at the menu, and her body language is like, and then she looks at the girl. At the time, I didn't know it was her daughter. She runs over real quick. Oh, may I help you? Can I? I said, you know what? With body language like that, you will never get my money. And as I was walking out, I was like, this lady is stupid. And I said it aloud. Then I went outside and got on my Facebook. Just like now, my phone is dying. It always does. And I'm doing a Facebook Live, letting people know not to go to this place. And as I'm talking, I see her coming out, but my phone dies. So she breaks out, and people, you already know. She breaks out and say, oh, why you turn the phone off? Because I came out. Girl, bye. I didn't turn the phone off because she came out. So what I told her was I showed her my phone and said, dearie, my phone shut down. No, let me backtrack. When she ran out, the first thing she said, because she thought I was recording, but the phone had shut down, you call my mama a racist. She's a liar. You all guys already know I ain't no racist, and you already know how I feel about my brothers and sisters. But she said that. I didn't say that, and that's what I told her. I didn't say your mother was a racist. I said your mother was stupid. Why? And then she say, well, she owns the place. It doesn't matter. You're telling me that this lady don't speak English, and I just sat here for a whole 60 seconds talking to her. She understood when I said, can I get the burrito without the meat? Are you going to take anything off? She understood that. So why didn't she understand me? Her body language. Let me tell you something, my brothers and sisters. If you go somewhere and somebody is all like this, they rushing you, don't spend your money. Nobody has a right to rush you to spend your money, and nobody has a right to degrade you, and you're giving them your money. Well, she didn't say nothing. She didn't have to. Body language is everything. We need to start reading between the lines when these people go out in left field, start talking about you're racist. Black folks is not racist. You know what we are? We're tired. We're tired of people talking about black folks jumping on Asians, the Asian hate. There are these, Lord help me. These people in these beauty and barbershops be trying to jump on black women. They just had some man shoot out his house at a little black boy. They had some Chinese woman in Washington, D.C., the lady chose not to. Something happened where a black lady went into the Asian place, and I guess the Asian lady said something. She knew what she said, and the lady said your mama, and walked out. She told her she wasn't gonna give her money. She jumped on her. So now they got these tethers. I'm gonna say tethers, or you could call them whatever you want to call them. They find these black homeless men and put them on these pink jackets and these red jackets, these outstanding colors, and they'll use a code with the police if to say, don't mess with this person because we just paid this person to do harm to an Asian person. So they're basically using our homeless brothers and sisters that don't have anything and giving them little or nothing and say, go hit that Asian person, and so they can have it on tape saying that black folks are jumping on Asians. That's a damn lie from the pit. So if Asians want to play this game, now the powers that be, or white supremacists, or whoever it may be, want to tell Asians and Chaldeans, okay, you're white, you're one of us now. Don't mess with the niggers. Don't you can treat them like we treat them now. And these Asians are getting on board with this. You come to this country and want to downgrade us. You come, Asians and Chaldeans come from some of the most barbaric countries in the world, and the way they treat their children is just crazy. I wish somebody would clip my daughter's labia off of her. I'm talking about her vagina, and they clip things off of you. They do it in Africa. The Africans come here like we owe them something. These are not foundational black Americans. If your country was so good, you wouldn't have fled it from apartheid and different things that was going on in China. So you want to come here and make a better life for yourself, and the government will tell you, oh yeah, we'll give you free money, just don't talk to the niggas and the monkeys. But we're your power base. So I'm talking to the Asians. If you feel like we're jumping on you, sisters, brothers, pour your money out. You'll get more respect when you don't go there. Now, like I said, Monquisha, Shakita and them, they gonna go because they're ignorant and they have no intelligence. They don't know what it is to be a collective. There are the dregs of society in every ethnic group. And if you notice, Chinese, white people, when they see somebody in their ethnic group down and out, they'll try and pick them up. If they can't pick them up, they throw them away. They throw them away. Why you think they're in our neighborhoods? And then a lot of these young white girls you see, the only reason they're down here is because they're trying to upset their father. You know, they come down here and want to get on the pole and get all these cute African names and hang out with our brothers and this, that, and the other. And I have nothing against interrelational relationships. But what I will say, it's good to be with your own. Now, I've been with a Mexican and a white man, and they both were really good to me. But it's always good to be with your own because you have more in common. Now, what I will say is I learned Spanish from the Mexican guy I was with, and I ended up going to Mexico, and he was like, I want you to move down here, and you can live down here like a queen. Boy, bye. I'm not staying out here around all of these dang on pigs and chickens, and y'all got scorpions running all over the table like roaches. I'd rather deal with the roaches in America than to deal with this. I'm sorry. We can't do this, boo. I got to be somewhere where I'm comfortable. And I got to be around my people. Because if you notice, if you see one black person go somewhere and it's a lot of white folks, they always want to talk stuff. But let it be a group of black people. Hi, how are ya? Great. Would you like to have a seat? They're not going to mess with us as a collective. But they sure will try to get on you when you by yourself. I love my white sisters, my black sisters. I love my all the ethnic groups. What I don't like is the BS you be trying to pull on black folks. I'm not saying that all people in all ethnic groups are bad, because Chinese are my brothers and sisters just as well as anybody else. But what I'm saying is, if you allow the government to conquer and divide, and we're your money base, and you're sitting up talking about we're doing you bad, what are we doing, black folks? Y'all marching up and down the street. Forget all that. I got bad feet. I'm not about to do that. Pull your money out. Be smart. You get respect when it comes to your money. You want to stand around in signs while the CIA and the police just picking you out, talking about there go one, there go one, there go one. They ain't going to catch me out there because I got bad feet. I can't do it. But I bet you what I will do is take my money out of a business where my money won't feed your children. My money won't send your child to college. You ain't going to take my money and trick it off on one of my sisters that may have an addiction problem, and you treat them like dirt, like the place over here on West Chicago and Schaefer. They treat addicts over there like I don't know. I really don't know what to say about these people. I've been on them. I'm going to continue to stay on them. We have to learn that when somebody disrespects us, we got to pull our money out. That's the only way we're going to get respect. All this walking up and down the street ain't doing nothing for nobody. You think it is. I was on Let It Rip some years back, and there's something Charlie Langdon always saying, I don't agree with it. Isn't it good we're talking about? No, I'm tired of talking about it. We need a solution. The solution is don't take your money to these places that treat you like crap. And if you do, you must like it. You must like being crap. Nobody is going to respect you until you learn how to respect yourself. And that goes for your money too. Now, a lot of you guys that got all this unemployment money, y'all done got this stimulus money. These people that made it rain, they talking about the rain coming. I know you know man can make it rain. Just as fast as they gave us that money, they turned around and flooded us out, and we had to take all that money and put it in the house. Just like I told you at past times, they was going to cut your food stamp card off. My husband was in Kroger's, and they put over the PA, we are cutting the EBT cards. You cannot use them today. I've been telling you this for years. In a minute, they're going to start cutting your checks. They're going to start cutting your children that really have issues and get SSI. They're going to start cutting them checks. Why? Because they know Monquisha is a hoe and want to be on her back and don't want to work. So they're about to take all your money from you and make you work. These are trial runs. Them cutting off your cards and this, that, and the other. These are trial runs. They feel like this. You didn't get your reparations. You've been on ADC since forever. Or you've been on FIA since forever. And I want to say this to Mr. Joseph Biden or Joe Biden or whatever his name is. I'm about to write you a letter, Joe Biden. I'm letting everybody know. I'm about to write Joe Biden a letter because before he got into office, there was a news reporter who asked him and his running mate, I don't know, I can't even remember, Trump, and asked each one of them, what are you going to do for the African Americans in the country? Trump said that he would get together and try to find some type of solution or whatever, but Joe Biden, you know what he did? He didn't even answer the question. He just said, we're trying to get as many immigrants in here and help us. You know what those immigrants is? Are replacements. There are replacements. You know why you ain't going to get no more, you know why they're going to start cutting off your money? Because they got to give it to the immigrants that they just brought over here. Guess what else they going to give them? $10,000, $20,000, $15,000 free grants to start their own business. And guess who's going to be on the outs? We are, because we're about to take what little money we got and give it to them. President Biden, I'm going to write you a letter, and I want to sit down, and I have a couple of other people I want to sit down with me because I want to discuss reparations with you. So, you know, everybody got it in their minds that it's all right to treat the black folks any old kind of way, and it's not. And I'm tired of it. There's a lot of other black foundational Americans that's tired of it. If we cannot come together as far as making our lives better, then what are we here for? What are we doing? Nobody's going to help us. We're already getting handouts. And the ones who's been getting it so long, they didn't get to the point to where they don't got a conscience about laying around or laying on their back and not doing nothing. And I'm not talking about disabled folks, people that can't go to work, retirees. I'm not talking about those folks. You earned the right to sit on your butt and not do nothing. Disabled people, you know, not just because you disabled, that don't mean you can't work because I'm disabled. I've had open heart surgeries. I've had 11 surgeries on both my feet. And I'm in pain every day. So if I can get up and go somewhere and work, guess what, Monquisha? So can you. I wish we would get out of this dark cloud that the government owes us something. Yeah, but it's not what you're getting. It's not what they're giving you now is not what they owe you. They owe you much more than that. You young women out here with these children, be careful. These people going to shut these EBT cards down, or you're going to be wondering why nothing is on your EBT card or where's your check at or whatever. And you're not going to have it. So be smart about the little money you got now. Because if you don't, you're going to lose it, and you're going to lose everything that you've earned so far. Now, I love my brothers and sisters. I say this all the time. I love my brothers and sisters, and I want the best for us. I want the best for anybody who's trying to live a godly life. I don't care if you're white, black, green, brown, purple. It doesn't matter to me. I love everybody, but then if you got this shady way about you, if your character is telling me you a drag or you're some type of low life, I'm going to tell you you're a low life, and I'm not about to be around you because you're not going to pull me down. It's just simple as that. I'm not about to do it. And for people that has family, and I'm talking about mothers and fathers that have these children that come at you out of left field with some old crazy stuff. Remember when you beat me? Yeah, I remember when I beat you, and if you don't get out my face, I'm going to beat you some more. They get around your friends and start talking crazy like this. When you got children that want to disrespect you in front of your friends, that don't have no consideration for the things that you do for them, that feel like they can talk to you any kind of way, let them go, baby. Let them go. It's enough things going on in your life, and I know you love your children. Lord knows we love our children. But our children take too much upon themselves when it comes to their parents. And then you say, well, I don't want to see him in the street, but him or her is in there beating the crap out of you. Better they be in the street than you be bruised up and have to make up all kinds of stories to your friends and family while your child jumped on you. The Bible says save yourself. If your children are at the age where they feel like they can talk to you any kind of way, then they don't need to be there. And even if they got their own place and they feel like they can talk to you any kind of way, leave them alone. Don't give them the time of day until they come back and do right by you. I see so many children talking to, and one of mine too included. I see so many children, like my daughter, she's 44. There's a shirt that I let her use, and I still haven't got it back, and I gave it to her in May. She has no consideration for people's things. So and once she said what she said, she don't come in my face talking crazy, but she will text me with the craziness. So I didn't say anything. I've been praying over it, and I just gonna turn her over to the Lord. All I know, if I don't get an apology when she see me, her feelings is gonna be hurt. I have no problems with hurting your feelings, anybody's feelings, when they're just running mine through, raking minds over the hot coals. I have no problem with that. Sometimes you can't be one way with all your children. You have to be a different way with different children sometimes. And it's not that you don't love one more than the other or any of that. It's the fact that they're different, and you have to treat each child differently accordingly. So when it comes to your children, don't let them talk crazy to you. You need to get down on them. So on that note, once again, y'all, I want you guys to go to All Around Plumbing and Sewer Service. Ask to speak to Sean O'Neill. It's called All Around Plumbing and Sewer Service. The telephone number is 313-641-1250. Say Donna Stinson sent you, and they will give you 5% off. So on that note, until next time, stay strong and be strong.
In the world of digital broadcasting, transmitters and exciters sometimes do this. If this happens when you're watching WHPR TV 33, please do this. Watch us on Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, or TV33WHPR.com. Download the WHPR TV app, and we can also be heard on Amazon Echo. So remember, if you see this, you can do this and support the station that supports you.